All right.
Another quickie we have here is I
Yeah.
watched Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
We're gonna go quick on it because we'll get into like a full discussion if Bradley gets around to watching it.
Yeah, I've been gone so
Bradley,
much.
I really want you to watch it.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah.
I've just been gone.
So
Yeah.
just a couple of things I wanted to talk about Spider-Man. The locations they go are really fun in this movie. It's really different for a Spider-Man
Do they
movie.
go far from home?
They go far from home. That's correct. And Far From Home is a different setting than the suburbs from the first Homecoming, and then also the cities from all the other ones. It was fun to watch Spider-Man be in these environments, and I feel like they had the action and like the acrobatics really fit these environments really well. Like I think Joe said this when he talked about it previous on the podcast, but this is the most Spider-Man has ever Spider-Man on the big screen. Like he's
Yeah.
doing some legit impressive stuff. Real good shows of awareness and acrobatics and strength, and I was just super for it.
And it hits a really good medium of being both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I think the one thing it's really missing is Spider-Man just being more quibby and like kind of in the moment, like making jokes. But I feel like we're also
Yeah.
like really up to that Spider-Man, so which is okay. But like you definitely feel like you're seeing Peter Parker evolved on the screen as you see these movies.
Speaking of Peter Parker, Tom Holland is fantastic as Peter. He is my Peter Parker. He has my heart. And his motivation in this movie I thought was really cool. There's layers to that we'll talk about at a later date, but it just overall I really felt for him in this one, which made me really invested in his love quest.
Yeah, man. Like what that I was like really surprised I was pulled off really well.
Him and MJ are super cute. Fuck Greg, am I right? Like actually fuck that kid.
Yeah.
But on to the villain, which is the last big thing I wanted to bring up. He was really cool, and they did some things with him. So there was a part of Mysterio that I didn't know previously. I didn't know he always had a certain power set. I thought that sometimes he deviated to something like another power set. We were just talking about this before, Joe. But knowing that his power set is consistent makes this a really cool take on that power set, if that makes any sense. That made me retroactively like it even better.
Yeah.
He's really the villain's really cool. Very good scenes came from that. A lot of good mind fucks came from that.
There's some God.
There's some
great
you know those sequences I'm talking about. Like there's the standout
like,
ones that are fantastic.
I really want Bradley's opinions on them because I think they're some of the best kind of they feel the most comic booky Spider-Man like trippiness ever, and it's fantastic.
I think Bradley needs to play the Arkham games at some point as a side note.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's most of what I wanted to get to. Flash Thompson kind of sucks. I do not like this take on him. I didn't have a problem with him in the last movie, but it's kind of getting to me now. I like
He's really
MJ, though.
Yeah, MJ. I think Zendaya like really came really strong in this character as MJ.
I like Ned. He's a fun, goofy sidekick.
Did you like his relation?
Oh, that was great. And the resolution, I was actually like sad. I was like, oh, you guys.
I saw this with our friend Tyler, and me and him were dying laughing every time that got brought up.
It was really good
because we've known people that have done that before, and I just think I thought it was the funniest shit.
And another thing, the post-credit scenes. So Bradley, there are 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. Don't be like me. We have to go Google it afterwards. I don't actually like the first one. I like the big stinger of that one. That's the best thing in the MCU probably ever.
Yeah.
But the implications of what that scene has means we're not going to get the MCU take on a Spider-Man story and aspect that I really like.
Maybe.
No, we won't. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's an aspect of Spider-Man that I've always really enjoyed, and I enjoy it with other heroes like Batman as well. And
Mm-hmm.
It's going to muddle up, and I'm never gonna see that again until they.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, that's what I got for Spider-Man.
I do. I think I know what like. I think I know what our big like Civil War moment's going to be for in the future for like going forward in the Marvel universe. I'm kind of excited for it because I think it's going to bring, and this deals more with. This is me thinking way far ahead, but this deals more with that final stinger.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to talk about this in a roundabout way to not spoil it for Bradley. But basically, because we know that a certain person somewhere else, it would open up the possibility that another event will happen, which will lead to Peter Parker getting something that's very important for another character, which will introduce that character to the series, which may end up being like the big bad of the series.
You lost
really
me.
Cool.
You lost me. Anyways, Doctor Doom in the next phase. That's all that fucking matters.
Also, oh God, that's right, Doctor.
Also, they did not advance the Peter Carroll plotline like you promised me, you fucking liar.
No, well, there was that.
There was one mention.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what we got. You can come back now, Bradley.